So I've got 15 of the best shortcuts and features that will change your life. Once you know all of these, you're going to be flying around Logic Pro like a boss. No long intro, let's get into it. So first of all is project handling. So Command and comma, go to project handling and your startup action, select what you want Logic to do when you open it. So do you want it to do nothing? Do you want it to open your most recent project? Do you want it to open an existing project? Select a template that you might have saved, create a new project using the default template, or ask you what it wants to do. I like to keep it on select a template. So every time I open Logic Pro, it's on my actual list of templates that I've created. Next up, we have nice and simple, open and close your library. So you might have some sounds in there that you've downloaded and you want to quickly get to them. Just press Y and Logic's going to open up on your left. Press Y and it's going to get rid of it. Next up, we've got open and close your inspector window or panel, which is this one here. So for your channel, you click on your channel, you've got your inspector window. If you want to get rid of that, press I. Gone. It gives you more space for your edit window or your mixer. So that's I. Nice and simple. So next we've got some editing and some automation tricks. What am I talking about? So next up, we've got some editing and automation hacks. First shortcut, nice and simple, zoom. So if you want to zoom in on a region, just press Z and it's going to bring it up nice and big. Next up, we've got trim region. So we can just trim the region by clicking on the region and dragging it to where we want it to be. Or if you want to get a bit more, if you want a bit more control, you want a shortcut for it, you can just press Shift, Option and your arrow. And that's going to allow you to really dial in your trim. A bonus tip for you, if you want to transpose your audio, you can press Option and up arrow and it's going to transpose it by 1, 2, 3. Let's hear it. And then back down to -4. And if you want to go a whole octave, just press Shift, Alt, up, or Shift, Alt, and down. And you can change the octave. But the next one that I absolutely love, and I've been using it a lot just lately for vocals. Sometimes I have vocals and it's just a lot of cuts and stuff going on. And the region starts to look a bit messy. So you've got an audio region. And what we can do, we can just join them all. So we highlight 2 or more, press J. Logic's going to create a whole region for you. No more cuts. So cool. So if you've made cuts like that and you want to add a fade to it before you join them, highlight 2 or more, press Control, Alt, and X, and it's going to create a nice fade for you. Nice crossfade on your regions. And then you can press J, and then you've got a new region that should have no pops and clicks because you've just put fades on them. So that's a cool feature and shortcut. So loop a region, we can press Command and R, and that's going to loop your regions. Or you can just press L and that's going to create a whole loop for you. Bear in mind, if you create a loop that way, you can only manipulate the sounds in your first region. The rest of these are kind of like just duplicates of what's here on your first region. So that's L to create a loop. So let's go into a little bit of pro level automation. So this next trick, this next feature is, for me, like, it changed my life. It really did, because the way I was doing it before was so slow and boring and long. But what it is automation. It allows you to automate the parameter much quicker than going to read, clicking on latch, pressing play, doing your automation. No, this way is a lot quicker. Go to mix and then turn on auto select automation parameter in read mode. So what this allows you to do now is when you press A and you've got your automation window open, if I click on, say, the reverb knob, it's ready to go. I can just go in there and make some changes. Beautiful. The old way, if I turn that off, it doesn't change anything. It's still on the reverb. So you'd have to turn latch on, and then go into all of that, and it's just so boring and tedious. This is a lot quicker. So that leads me on to creating the nodes. So to quickly create the node, just use your Marquee tool. My Marquee tool is the second tool out of the two, out of the choice. Press Command and it brings up my Marquee tool. If you don't have the Marquee tool as your second choice, I would like to know why not. Just kidding. You can just press T, it'll bring up your selection of tools, and then go to Marquee, which is R. If you want to know the shortcut for that, that's T and R. T and T will bring back up your pointer tool. T and R, and that's going to bring up your Marquee tool. Create a little section where you want to automate, and then you can just automate nice and quick. No messing around. No having to make one node there, and another node there, one node there, and then push it out. That's just going to waste a lot of time, and time is money. So we ain't got time for that. So that's how you create quick automation. The other tool, my favorite, is the clip gain. So click T and G, and then that'll bring up your clip gain tool. You can make adjustments to your audio. Super fast, super handy. Yeah, beautiful. Love that. So while we're still on audio, let's talk about the automatic fade tool. Someone that asked me in the comments, or said something in a comment not too long ago, saying that how they miss being able to just have the automatic, being able to just fade audio without having to go to, I think it was some kind of tool. Yeah, the tool is T and I. No, line. T and A. Yeah, T and A, and that'll bring up your fade tool. That's what I used to do all the time. I've completely forgot about it. So if you press Command and comma, go to editing and turn on fade tool click zones. So when it's turned off, you can't do nothing. There's no tool for you to fade. Turn it on. Now you've got your fade tool. Lovely, just so quick and simple. While we're here, there's also the Marquee tool click zone, so you can have the Marquee tool turned on, and depending on where you are on the region, you can use your Marquee tool. So if that's actually quite good. If you're lower down in your audio region, then you can use your Marquee tool. I don't use that because I feel like it just makes it, I don't know, it just feels a bit clunky, because if it's on, sometimes you might just be hovering around this section and you want to do something else, and then it's creating a whole Marquee section. It's creating a whole mess. I don't like it. So I keep that turned off. You can have it turned on though. It will change your life, I promise. But yeah, you can choose to turn that on or off. It's entirely up to you. So next up, we've got using Flextime to quantize audio. Say we've got a loop or something that we want to drop into our session, and it's not the same timing as our tempo. For example, I've got this reverse effects here, and it is a little bit short. And I want to make that in time because that's 2 bars. Well, and I want to stretch it out. What we can do is click on the loop, turn on Flextime, go to polyphonic, and that's just going to snap it in to the nearest bar. Turn that off, turn it down with our clip gain, T and G, and we're good to go. The next shortcut I want to show you is bouncing your mix. So press Command B, it's going to bring up your dialog window, is it called? It's going to bring up your window. Choose how you want to bounce your file. PCM, Wave, AIFF, CAF. I choose Wave all the time. Bit depth, sample rate, MP3, the highest bit rate that we got there. Choose that. Real time or offline. Let's go real time. Normalize off. Click OK. So once we've done that, give it a name. Press enter. We're ready to bounce. That's some of my favorite shortcuts, and now you know them, you're going to be elite level and Logic Pro. Let me know in the comments which is your favorite shortcut, which one you like to use the most, or you've never seen any of these before. I'd like to know. Appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.